Okay, I think it's working. So, hi, Juliano and Barbara. Thank you for the opportunity that you gave and the assessment that I need to answer. Probably I'll make sure to cover everything that you mentioned via email as much as I can. And I would like to make sure that this will be recorded so that you will be able to see what I do daily as a technical recruiter and for you to get more insights of what are the things that I'm doing from sourcing to outreach and to gathering candidates, market research, and all of those stuffs. So I will start now, and probably I would like to start in doing AI research or AI search. I'm using an LLM, usually ChatGPT, but I use other LLMs like Claude or Gemini if the credits are used. But I usually make sure that everything are utilized properly. I properly am able to find the right candidate at a short period of time. So, as mentioned on the assessment, the first thing that I would like to, or you would like to ask, would be the sourcing and outreach challenge, then market mapping and mock interview. Let's start with the first task. So you're asking for me to find candidates who has strong coding skills, design skills, ability to integrate AI tools. So probably, let's start off thinking about the React engineer. So since React engineer can be considered as a front-end developer, there are other things that we might need to consider when finding a React engineer. Probably better React engineers, and that will be someone who does JavaScript full stack development. And what I do first to make sure that I'm inclined to the role, I always do um, I always do research on AI or using LLMs. So if we're talking about React engineer, I'll go to ChatGPT. Usually, React engineers are front-end developers, and the three or two to three things that I think or that comes to my mind first would be JavaScript. A React engineer should be really great at JavaScript. And second thing would be state management. Now, the third thing would be familiarities on the design and all of those stuffs. But I would definitely think that a React engineer would be great at designing things and at the same time has experience or exposure building or creating their own portfolios. Um, so I would say JavaScript, state management, and exposure to cloud tools. These are the general things that I'm looking for in a React engineer, and being able for me to find the right candidate or the right fit, I would definitely ask GPT right away. Okay, so I asked GPT that I'm currently looking for a React engineer or React engineers, and I confirmed if what I put on the message is correct. If not, he should give me or provide me the three core skills, or maybe four, and tell me the bonuses of being a React engineer. So the bonuses that we're talking about, I expect that a great React engineer is open to search or explore TypeScript. And secondly, I think the other bonus would be Node.js. Familiarities in the backend overall as a JavaScript developer, it's normal, but I think it's definitely an advantage having a Node.js experience. So let's start asking ChatGPT and able to see the results. Okay, so for a React engineer, the skills you listed are helpful, but they are not the true core ones. So maybe I'm wrong. So let's read and break it down. So core skills for React engineer must have. I'm just using the free tool of ChatGPT. So the model is not strong, I guess. So if we're talking about the core skills, of course, JavaScript I'm correct. Understanding closures, async await, promises, and array methods, which I usually ask for a front-end developer. This is correct. I'm correct here. React fundamentals, components, props, hooks, use states, use effects. I didn't put this one expecting that I know this already. So I'll definitely add this right away just to make sure that everything will be clear on LinkedIn Recruiter. But the third one is state management, which is incorrect with. I usually ask state management to candidates, and depending on how they answer, I'll definitely find out if they're a great developer or not. Um, State management is like familiarity to update things and um, to identify if how they're good on making things responsive. So that's one of the tasks of state management. Now, I I would like to read this one, front-end ecosystem and tool. Well, testing frameworks is a bonus, which is I forgot. So probably I would add this one. If they have Cypress, that would be great. But any testing tool would be a great one. Now bonus skills. Maybe I became a bit of advanced because I right now I hire full stack developers who uses cloud. So I think cloud became a normal thing. Well, since it's a bonus, it's great. UI and UX experience. Well, UI is what they've been doing, but UX is a bonus, but not necessary. So probably I'll look it up. I'll add UX if ever I need to. Although performance optimization, I think it's good. Um, I guess Angular would be added to the bonus, but performance optimization, that's perfect. Full stack exposure, like what I mentioned, Node.js, so I'm correct with that, and then TypeScript tools. So we already have all the things that I mentioned as a bonus and fundamental ones. So probably I will start doing LinkedIn search. Now I have a LinkedIn recruiter license, so what I do here is that I start my own search. Usually start off with this. I had an exposure using AI, and I'll show you more of that later. Because there's a specific tool that I use that is the same as this one. I can use both, but let's start with a recruiter search with filters. So I really prefer doing things from scratch first. Let's type or put on the job titles first. If I'll be the one who will do it, I'll probably do front end engineers first. Front end developer would be senior front end developers. Well, it doesn't show, so I'll definitely click senior software engineer. I'll show you later why. And lastly, React JavaScript developer. Let's go with JavaScript developer. So as you can see, there's a lot of people, and to narrow things down, let's go to the Philippines. Oh, sorry, it's on the skills assessment. My bad. Um, uh, let's go with the locations first and put Philippines. Good. From 1.9 million people, it will be 29. It's still a lot. I can guarantee that there are some candidates that are not that inclined to what I'm searching for. So this is where the thing boils down. I will rather choose skills in assessments and keywords. But before I go with this one, this is like dropping the specific tool that you want to define. It's good if you're tweaking things, but if you ask me, I'll prefer this one. Keywords. This is where the boolean comes in. Let's start with a boolean, which is putting React, then or Angular. No, no, my bad. It's Angular is a bonus probably. So let's put React first, and then or React.js. Now, other thing that we would need to put aside from React and React.js, I probably would consider adding someone who has TypeScript, which is already a bonus. Now, the other thing that I would like to know from someone is if they have Azure or cloud exposure, has experience deploying things in cloud, or AWS, or GCP, or Google. Well, let's just make sure that everything will be covered with output Google Cloud. Now, the other thing that I would definitely would think of is exposure to other tools, but I'll definitely put it later. Let's try this three core things that they're looking for. Now, we were able to narrow things down, and it seems that we have few people that are quite open. Um, let's start with Mark Anthony. So Mark Anthony seems to have experience in front end and mobile web development, which is a good thing. Um, he has also like an experience in UX and cloud, which is a bonus. However, I noticed that he has a good skills in TypeScript and JavaScript, but I don't see. Let me just check it further. I'm actually looking for I'm actually looking for other skill sets like Angular, but it's fine since we're not focusing on that. But this is a good profile. I'm just trying to make sure that I cover React Native. Okay, we got it. Um, we it seems to be an interesting profile. You know, develop mobile web apps for Singapore Night Festival. Great. Senior React Native developer and Flutter developer. This is a two skill set, so probably good. And so on and so forth. Now, I definitely would check recommendations. This recommendation seems really great, and I really like how people recommend people, especially if they're on the same skill set or same practice. It seems that the person were able to deliver good products for the client. The only missing thing for this profile is the certification. Probably I would ask for certification in Azure or AWS, but it's not necessary. I usually ask for AZ900 or fundamentals in AWS or associate developer certification. But I think it's not needed. This is a good profile. I'll send a message for this person and probably find out what are the other things that he has. The only thing that I missed, which is I'm trying to find out earlier, is the Node.js. So I don't see Node.js here. I would send message to this one, David Wen. When I checked the profile, I immediately had the hunch that this is a fake profile. Um, Even he has a lot of skill sets here. I'm pretty sure that this is a fake one. Companies that he worked with seems unfamiliar. Well, I don't want to judge, but the profile seems AI generated, so I'll skip this one. Now, I'll skip on sending or finding the 10 perfect people. I'll just search it here manually later. I wanted to proceed on sending an email message. Now, right now, I follow a specific message output when sending an email to candidates because that's mandated. However, I do tweak things sometimes if ever that it's necessary. Although if we will be messaging Mark Anthony and I'll be aligning the things that I want, specifically Pragma Team as a new team being built in Philippines, I would want to personalize things with the help of AI. Let's start with generating an outreach. So if I can generate outreach myself from scratch, but if we will get a help with AI, that will be better. Let's say that